Hey, this is Jared Chamberlain with James Knibbe of the Chamberlain Group, and we are here talking about making an offer on a house. So when we're working with buyers, we get asked the question quite a bit, how much do you think we can get off this listing? Sometimes clients are asking, can we get 30, 40, 10, 20% off, things like that. So we just want to talk through the process, a little bit about it. So let's start with market value. So James, what do you believe, and how do we look at what market value is?
Market value is just described or defined as the price that a property can be expected to achieve on the open market, for a reasonable amount of time between in a fair exchange between informed buyers and sellers. So there's nobody who's in a desperate panic to sell, and nobody's making big mistakes because they don't know what's going on. So that's basically just the price that it would be expected to achieve on the market.
Okay. And so do you think that when most homes go on the market, are they at market value?
Not always. When a home gets listed, really it can be listed at any price. It doesn't have to reflect market value at all. And so sometimes it's just wishful thinking. Sometimes it's just a lack of knowledge of where the market's at and how much value certain items can bring to a house. Somebody might really love their green paint, but that doesn't always make a house worth $40,000 more. So it's just sometimes there's just some confusion and mistakes that get made.
But pink
paint, that's where the value is
at least 35.
So we, so not every house is always priced at market value when it comes on. It really, there's not really a correlation at all between where it's priced and what it's worth.
Okay, so when we're looking at the market, we're looking at buyers, sellers markets, different things like that, and we use essentially a formula called absorption rate to figure that out. So when we're looking at absorption rate, in a buyer's market, can we expect to typically get 10-20% off? And in a seller's market, do we typically expect that you have to pay over list price to get the property?
Again, it depends, because a property can be priced anywhere in any market. So it could always be overpriced or it could be underpriced. But typically in any market, the majority of homes are going to sell between 2 and 3% off of the final list price. And so regardless of where a house starts, if it starts up here in terms of asking price, they'll lower it. When it's somewhere in the vicinity of market value, it'll usually sell between 2 and 3% off of that value. In a seller's market, if the prices are going up, sometimes you'll get into a situation where you have multiple offers on a home.
Yeah.
If that's the case, then if that's the home that's right for you, you may indeed have to pay at least full asking price or more, depending on how many offers are on the table. You can pay $5,000, $10,000, $20,000 more than asking if you want to lock in that property. And so that's because the market is on the way up, and so people see the value here but are willing to pay more because they expect the value to climb even higher in the future, and so they're willing to pay a premium.
Well, there's that, but they're also willing to pay a certain value because there's no other options. And there may not be any other options coming on for 6 months because there's just lack of inventory when it's a seller's market. So, no, that's good. So how would buyers approach making an offer? Is there a specific formula or something that we can kind of just say, let's apply it and do it?
Unfortunately not. Every house has its own price point. Every house is in its own little mini market, and the inventory in that market can affect the value and so many other factors as well. So really the most important question to look at when you're wanting to write an offer is, what is this house worth? And if you're working with a realtor, he or she can help you kind of get that vital information. Where's the market at? How much inventory? How much demand? What's the long-term costs for this house? From an investment perspective, is it going to increase in value? What's the neighborhood profile like? And so just all of these different factors contribute to determining the value of that house. And once you have an idea of what this house is actually worth, from a market value perspective, then you can craft your negotiation strategy around that value and saying, maybe they're way up here, how can we inform them of what the actual market value is in order to get that price down? Or maybe it's accurately priced and let's go in relatively close because it's the right house for us.
Okay, cool. Well, thank you, James. Again, this is Chamberlain Chat. If you have any questions about this, reach us to, or you can find us, on our website, chamberlaingroup.ca. But you can reach out to us, ask us questions about this or anything with real estate. We are here to help you guys out. Have a wonderful day. Three, two, Is it still going?